What is going on, shooters? Welcome back to the firing line. If you have spent more than 5 minutes browsing the glass cases at your local FFL or kicking dirt around a tailgate after a long hunt, you have heard the endless caliber debates. Every single year, the industry hypes up some new miracle cartridge. They promise it defies gravity and hits like a freight train. But out here in the real world, physics always collects its tax. You are constantly making trades between felt recoil, terminal ballistics, and how flat that bullet flies. Today, I am cutting through the marketing fluff. We are zeroing in on 5 specific chamberings that are actually moving the needle. Quiet tactical setups, all the way up to absolute sledgehammers built for straight-wall restricted states. These are the rounds earning their keep in my safe. Number 5. The 338 ARC. Let us kick things off at number 5. We are talking about a highly specialized piece of brass. One that is rewriting the playbook on suppressed operations. Enter the 338 ARC. For years, if you wanted a quiet, short-barreled AR-15, you defaulted to the 300 Blackout. But the mad scientists over at Hornady took that base concept and injected it with pure adrenaline. This cartridge is engineered specifically to sling massive lead. I am talking about launching 300-grain projectiles. They cruise right out of the muzzle at roughly 1,050 feet per second. An unbelievable amount of sectional density, all while staying comfortably below the supersonic barrier. When I thread my titanium can onto a 338 ARC build, the muzzle report is absolute ghosts. But the kinetic energy transfer on a steel silhouette or a tough Texas feral hog, it is absolutely bone-crushing. The best part is the mechanical efficiency. You drop this into a standard AR-15 footprint. You do not lose standard magazine capacity, and you keep that familiar manual of arms. Now, this is cutting-edge geometry. You will not find this stacked deep at your local big-box sporting goods store just yet. You are hunting down premium Hornady loads. Expect your ammo budget to take a hit. You will drop between $65 and $95 for a box of 20. But if your mission requires running completely silent while delivering a devastating payload, this is your new primary. Number 4. The 7mm Backcountry. Moving up to number 4, we are packing up our gear and heading above the tree line. This is the 7mm Backcountry loadout. We are talking about optimized modern loads for the legendary 7mm Rem Mag. Listen to me on this one. If you have ever humped a 10-pound precision rifle up a steep ridge, you know that by the 3rd mile, that rig feels like it weighs 50 pounds. The modern backcountry philosophy is brutal weight reduction, but you cannot sacrifice terminal bite. When you take a premium carbon fiber-wrapped barrel and chamber it in 7mm Rem Mag, you are holding a pocket-sized lightning storm. You are taking a sleek 160-grain bullet and pushing it right to the bleeding edge of 3,000 feet per second. That trajectory is basically a laser beam. When you are glassing a trophy bull elk across a windy canyon and you have a 20-mile-per-hour crosswind chewing at your dope, this is the ballistic profile you want. High-end rifles like the Weatherby Mark V series are utilizing aggressive muzzle devices and advanced recoil pads. They tame that sharp magnum snap so you can spot your own impacts. The massive advantage here is logistical support. From a shop in Alaska to a hardware store in the Deep South, somebody has a dusty box of 7mm Rem Mag on the shelf. Whether you run Hornady ELDX, Federal Premium, or Nosler Partition, the factory support is unmatched. Premium hunting loads will run you $55 to $85. It is simply the ultimate mountain hammer. Number 3. The 25 Creedmoor. Coming in hot at number 3. This one started out as a secret handshake among wildcatters. Now it is making serious noise in the predator control community. I am talking about the 25 Creedmoor. Some absolute genius looked at the wildly successful 6.5 Creedmoor parent case and decided to neck it down for a .257 caliber pill. The end result is nothing short of ballistic witchcraft. This thing is pure predator poison. You are throwing a 110-grain projectile at a blistering velocity that leaves traditional varmint loads in the dust. We are talking speeds easily breaking 3,200 feet per second. Hours calling coyotes. This cartridge feels like cheating. The wind deflection is practically zero. Your vertical holdover out to 300 yards is basically center mass and squeeze. Beyond the raw speed, the recoil impulse is incredibly soft. When I am prone behind quality glass, I need to stay on the gun and watch the splash. The .25 Creedmoor tracks so flat, running rapid follow-up shots on a moving target is effortless. Right now, it is still a niche contender. You will see it in high-end custom bolt guns or heavily tuned AR-10 gas systems. Factory ammo is scarce, so it is a reloader's paradise. Fetch $60 to $95, but for surgical accuracy and ridiculous velocity, this quarter bore is ruling the roost. Number 2. The 360 Buckhammer. Let us shift gears for number 2. We are stepping back into American heritage, but injecting it with 21st century engineering. Say hello to the 360 Buckhammer. Over the last few years, legislative red tape has changed the hunting game. A lot of guys are now forced into using straight-wall cartridges for whitetail season. While the industry rushed to pump out massive, clunky autoloader rounds, Remington took a hard look at the classic lever-action platform. This is, without a doubt, the modern iteration of the 30-30 Winchester. It is specifically engineered to feed flawlessly through those side-loading gates. Whether you are running a classic Marlin or a modern Henry, it launches a heavy 180-grain lead slug, and it does it with significantly more foot-pounds than those old cowboy action loads. If you are stalking through the dense timber of the Northeast or sitting in a Midwestern hardwood blind, this is your ultimate brush-clearing tool. It delivers massive, reliable expansion. It carries lethal kinetic energy well past the 200-yard line, and it cycles smooth as glass when you run that lever. The 360 Buckhammer proves you do not need an aluminum tactical chassis to fill your freezer. It brings a nostalgic feel, but hits like a modern truck. Ammunition is rolling out to shelves everywhere. You are looking at a very reasonable $35 to $50 a box. If you want to run the woods like the old-timers, but demand modern lethality, grab a Buckhammer. Number 1. The 400 Legend. Taking the crown at number 1, we have the undisputed heavyweight brawler of the restricted state market, the 400 Legend. Winchester saw the massive adoption rate of the 350 Legend, and they essentially strapped a turbocharger to it. This is the big brother we have all been waiting for. The 400 Legend spits a massive .40 caliber slug. We are measuring over 2,200 foot-pounds of energy right out of the muzzle. That is not just poke-a-hole energy. That is fold them up and drop them in their tracks kinetic delivery. It's into a dedicated bolt-action hunting rig or an AR-15 hunting build. The terminal ballistics are horrifyingly effective. It punches a massive wound channel. Blood trailing through thick brush becomes completely optional. For massive Midwestern bucks or armor-plated feral hogs, this cartridge is an absolute wrecking ball. Now, you would think that much muzzle energy would rattle your fillings loose, but the felt recoil is remarkably smooth. It is not a sharp, punishing crack like a 12-gauge slug. It translates as a firm, manageable push into the shoulder pocket. Hunters in straight-wall states are finally waking up. No longer have to compromise with anemic ballistics. The 400 Legend is setting the new benchmark. Ammo availability is solid, ranging from $35 to $55 for a box of 20. It is the absolute apex predator of the straight-wall game. All right, there is the breakdown. 5 distinctly different cartridges that are aggressively pushing the envelope. From the whisper-quiet, door-kicking efficiency of the 338 ARC to the massive kinetic dump of the 400 Legend, we are truly sitting in the golden era of projectile science. Now, I am tossing the question over to you. Which one of these chamberings are you locking into your magazine this season? Are you holding the line with the proven classics? Or are you ready to test out this new school geometry? Sound off in the comments below. I want to read your setups. If this intel helped you sort out your next build, do me a massive favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. That way you will not miss our next range day. Until next time, stay vigilant, check your gear, and I will see you on the firing line.